Welcome back, everyone, to the Talkin Fit podcast.
Welcome back, guys.
Hello.
Oh my god, I just completely ear raped everyone.
That's all right. Welcome back, everyone, to episode 5. Wow, look at us go.
We hope you're still listening and enjoying.
Yeah,
I'm sure you are.
Today's a little bit different. It's just going to be like a normal episode with Grace and I have each got a question, but
we have a guest.
We have two special guests.
My cousins from Perth.
Yeah, Grace's
Western
cousins.
Australia.
So, Locke, say hello.
Hello.
And then there's Caitlin, but she's behind the camera.
Tato's behind the camera.
She might come into it, but she's a bit too. She said she's too big time to be on the podcast, so she's just gonna keep filming.
We lied. We said that my dad was going to be the first guest, but
Well, this was a bit unexpected.
yeah, this is.
But
a
it was
bit
good. It was good.
out of the blue, but it's
Well,
good.
Certainly worse, but that's all right.
Worse than my dad.
Yeah.
Nah.
Dude, he's quality entertainment.
He is
He is.
entertainment.
He is. But no, this is good because
This
he's
is so
like
good.
he's like same age and stuff, and like
Okay.
in the new age gym. But
Yeah.
I guess we've got Locke who's going to talk more. So I guess you could just say like introduce sort of like
So tell us a bit about yourself, Locke.
just
Where are
give
you
him
from?
just give him a little overview.
Where are you from?
So, I'm from Perth, which is the objectively best city in Australia.
Wow.
I recently graduated from my actuarial science course, and I'm working as a business analyst in a team in Sydney. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Wow.
And you go
No,
you go to
and
the gym.
I go to the gym
Yeah.
maybe like 3 or 4 times a week.
Yeah.
It's fun, but I'm not like super serious at bodybuilding.
He says
So-
that, but he is wearing a stringer
He's
right
pretty
now.
wham.
Yeah, I'm wearing a stringer, but it's Gymshark, so they've designed it to make you actually look good.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it's skinny.
So do you have any, like, in regards to fitness, any, like, goals or anything in mind? Or are you just going to stay healthy?
I guess my main goal would probably just be like the longevity of my fitness journey,
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
I don't want to get into full-time work, which I'm starting now, and then lose all my progress and become just like a fat corporate dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can talk a little bit louder too.
Yes,
you can talk a little bit louder.
maybe
Okay,
come
yeah.
a little
Or
bit
just
closer.
come a bit closer.
Sorry.
Yeah. No, that's right.
fine.
We actually went to the gym today with both of them and put them through an insane shoulders and back day.
Yeah.
And they were actually shocked because when they go to the gym, apparently they go to the gym for like 45 minutes.
To an
And when we
hour.
said
That's crazy.
when we said well, it's probably gonna be about 2 hours, they were like
I just don't know how you get
nearly
shit
passed
done
away.
in
We get everything
45
done.
minutes.
Mm,
But
yeah,
do you just not rest?
You do rest, but you don't have to like push yourself to the point of you're gonna faint after every single exercise.
No,
no,
but
that's the best. That's how you see the best progress. I
Yeah,
reckon.
but also it takes much longer for you to be able to recover. And also
I
affects
guess.
your day as well.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just for us, like personally, it's not particularly worth it.
Yeah,
from what I've
look,
found anyway.
if you can
It's
get
your
your
goals
if
at
you
the
can
end of the
get
day.
your shit done in an hour, oh my god, do it.
Yeah.
I don't like being at the gym for 2 hours, but I just have to because that's how long it takes me.
Yeah.
But if you can get it done in less,
Oh,
well, what the heck?
It's just the reflection of like how seriously you take things, I guess.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
guess
and
so.
like you said, because your goals are more focused on like longevity and not really like getting as big as you can or anything like that. It's just sort of like just your perception on it, I guess. So
Yeah.
you just go there just because it is a good thing to go to the gym. So no, it's
What's good?
it's whatever floats your boat. Honestly, it's just sort of
Anyway, today's episode, we're just going to be asking a couple questions to
start an argument.
ignite a bit of a debate
We had
between
a
us
fat
three.
argument on the way up here about a topic that I'm not going to mention.
No, we
because
will
I
not bring
don't
it up
wanna hurt
again.
Any sort of
Highly
snowflake
controversial
people.
topics in that one, yeah.
But it's good because it got them warmed up to start screaming soon. Yeah, I think that.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Make sure you hit the subscribe button and hit the goddamn bell. Hit the bell.
Hit the
Hit
bell.
the bell if you're
Hit the
listening
bell.
on YouTube.
That's right, you.
All right.
Alright.
So whose question do we want to do first? Because Grace and I have both got a question that we're going to discuss.
Look, we'll do my question
Okay,
first.
Grace's question.
I feel like this one won't be as fiery as
You
the
reckon?
Lewis's.
Okay.
So my big question for today is, do you think consistently hitting 1RMs is
One
worth
rep maxes.
it?
Yeah.
Are 1 rep maxes worth it?
Who wants to go first?
I'm just going to quickly start off by saying I don't think they're worth it. And I don't think people should be doing 1RMs. That's my take on it.
Okay. What's your take on it, Locke?
I would say it depends on how much you're doing it. Like, if you say you're consistently doing 1 rep maxes from a like muscle building or like strength building perspective, that's just not optimal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if that keeps you motivated, like seeing progression in that kind of thing, I'm all for it.
Yeah.
That's true.
That was going to be my point. I don't think anyone really thinks they're optimal for muscle building, like 1 rep maxes. It's a good measure of where you're at, but like, because you base, like, see how I bench at the moment.
Could you not measure where you're at by doing, say, 5 rep?
I guess, but see, you bench at the moment, like I bench at the moment, and my like top sets of 3 reps are based off a percentage of my 1 rep max. So if I know what my 1 rep max is, I know sort of like, say I do a top set of 3 and it's like 85 to 90% of my 1 rep max, I wouldn't be able to know what that number is unless I had the 1 rep max in mind. But saying that, like, you shouldn't you shouldn't just be going for it. That's like, I feel like 1 rep maxes are a thing you should hit like maybe once a month or something at the most, I reckon. Like every week is a bit over the top.
My big thing is the risk to reward worth it? Like, it is risking injury if something goes wrong worth being able to say, oh, I can do a 150 kilo deadlift.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it worth it?
No,
like,
I get
no. What does a 1 rep max prove?
No, it's an ego thing, but it's also for some people that's just their motivation.
That's
so.
Well, the thing is, what I find is people jump into 1 rep maxes too quickly.
Yeah.
It's too much of a forefront focus. It should be like,
You should spend minimum a few workouts trying to feel out where your limits are.
Yeah.
Before you go balls to the wall and then possibly injure yourself.
Yeah. It's more if your form's up to date, like it's up to scratch as well, because you don't want to just be throwing yourself into how much your body can possibly do if you're not like safely doing it as well. So, but I don't know. I reckon. Yeah, it's just a showy thing, really, isn't it? Because it's an ego thing.
It's sort of like there's no strength benefits to doing 1RMs, really. The way you get your strength and your gains is working up to your 1RM.
Yeah.
Is it not?
I think it's still good. You grow from having exposure to those heavy weights.
For
that
1
doesn't
rep.
mean you have to do 1 rep.
For 1 rep.
Not for 1 rep. Not for 1 rep. I think there would be science that would back that. That's just not the case.
It's
but
not.
It's more. I feel like
if you're wanting to get
people don't use it really as a way of being like that one set of 1 rep built muscle. It's just a measure. It's more a measure.
so it's just so you can boast about it.
You don't have to boast about it. It's your personal progress.
Yeah.
I guess so.
And I get what you mean, because it is showy, and there are people who will post their 1 rep maxes and be like, sure, but like,
I suppose if it motivates you to go for a 1RM and you've calculated the risk to reward, then sure. But I don't know if I feel like it needs to get in the bin.
I feel like they're fine within reason. So if you're using it as a way to measure something and you're doing it maybe once a month or something, and you've been building up by doing like heavy top sets of like 3 to 5 reps or something, and you were like, oh, my strength's gone up, I actually should see where my 1 rep max sits now. So now I know where to then. Say you're benching, you did a top set of 3 for 85, but then eventually you could do it for 5. Well, then that's an indication that your strength's gone up. So that's probably an indication that your 1 rep max has improved too. So you could try to see where it's gone from there. You could
you not just increase your weight and try and get three reps with a heavier weight?
You could. It's just the way some people do it, but Some people would rather
I
the
guess so.
satisfaction in
Yeah.
knowing that I can push, like I can bench 120 kilos, or I can deadlift 200 kilos, or like, you know, some people would just, and if that's what drives you to go to the gym and
Yeah.
it's getting you in the gym, then I don't see a problem with it, honestly.
Yeah, I can agree with that. If it motivates you and drives you, then sure, I will agree on that perspective.
Yeah, it shouldn't
But-
be the forefront of, like, it shouldn't be a main priority, but it should be
No.
just a way to just measure progress. Like, yeah, if you prefer doing it that sort of way.
So measure strength progress.
Yeah. Not
In
as
terms of knowing. So if you can eventually do more reps at a weight that you've been at,
Mm-hmm.
like I'm trying to wrap my head around what knowing your, like, what does a 1 RM prove strength wise?
it's the absolute most that your body can push for one rep. It's
yeah,
just
okay.
it's your limit at that time.
All right.
It's a different.
Like, no, like I know.
Obviously, I understand where you're coming from in that you can calculate your 1 rep max from sets you've done with multiple reps in them
Yeah.
to try and measure your progress.
Yeah.
But it's a different kind of thing. I don't know. For me personally, I think a lot of people would probably feel the same way.
Yeah.
Is that it's almost like, just by the nature of it being one single thing that you do to prove how strong you are,
Yeah.
it's representative of showing more strength than doing more reps of a lighter weight.
Yeah, okay. That
Yeah.
does make sense.
Yeah, that's actually a good
Yeah,
reason for it.
That
too.
is good.
But I'd say, see, the question is it detrimental for your body rather than good? But I'd say it's not detrimental. I'd say it's just sort of,
It's not if, yeah, I guess, yeah, that's true. It's not if you're doing everything right.
it depends. I feel like it's one of those things.
You're pushing your body, you guys said, to the absolute limit it can go. Like,
If you like set a benchmark as like 3 sets of 8 reps as good, is doing consistent 1 rep maxes better than that, or is it worse than that?
then doing like,
Just what you would do for a normal exercise.
I'd say it's like, it's okay. In that case, I'd say yes, because it's a waste of energy is on a 1 rep max every week when you could be going a little bit lighter for more reps, because I feel like
and gaining muscle.
it's just
Yeah.
better. It's just more optimal that way. Then
Yeah.
you can't justify doing 1 rep as heavy as you can as being beneficial for hypertrophy and stuff.
No,
like,
it's
that's
not.
I get that, but
Look, and I just want to quickly say, I'm not sitting here hating on people doing 1 RMs. Like, I can totally understand people doing it and it making them feel good because they're pushing themselves to the limit
yeah,
and they can flex on it.
Yeah.
But, like, I don't know. I feel like it's not necessary if you're wanting to, like, get gains.
Yeah,
Like,
fair.
you're risking a lot. You're putting your body at risk, sort of, for not a whole lot apart from bragging rights.
yeah.
But if that motivates you, sure, go ahead.
Yeah, it just, like I said, I reckon it just depends on how important it is to you. If it's really important to you, then I feel like it's silly. Like, it shouldn't be the top priority.
no.
I shouldn't be looking to get stronger to increase my 1 rep max. I should just be looking to get stronger to just get stronger and build muscle.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and a 1 rep max is a measure of that. And people will use that as a way to go, okay, I have improved, I haven't improved. I know you can improve if you did a set of 3 on 85. Next week you can do a set of, like, 3 with a set of 5 with 85. That's obviously you've improved. But it's just like, I guess people just want to know what their upper threshold is. So,
Yeah, right.
and it is showy. I can understand it, and it's definitely driven by ego.
It's a dude bro thing.
Yeah, it's driven by
gym
ego.
rat thing.
You wouldn't understand it.
Yeah. It's all the testosterone.
Excuse me? Oh my god. What?
Dad, when was the last time you did 1 rep max?
I don't do one rep maxes
Yeah.
because I don't want to risk it. I don't want to risk not being able to go to the gym. Just so if I
But
did do it, I can
I
say
don't
that
feel-
I
I
can
think-
There's still risk in doing normal gym exercise.
Yeah.
There's,
I know.
there's
I
risk in driving.
I
to
don't
the
think
gym
it's
in the
that
morning.
risky.
I know.
Unless you're like I wouldn't recommend it for, and it's hard because when you're new, you want to like, that's what you focus on. That's when it shouldn't, because then you'll go to things like you'll want to just get the weight up, regardless of how your form is, just to be like, I did it, and stroke your ego. But I don't think it's that like it's not that physically. It's not going to cause like a massive.
Well,
like,
how many?
It could.
I personally know someone, and I know this is like, I don't know, but I personally know someone that you also know that, you know, used to do things like that consistently, lift 1RMs. They've completely shot their back out now from doing that. Their discs are blown. Dad's one of them.
Oh, I was going to say, you're talking about your dad?
I'm not talking about my dad. I'm talking about someone else.
Oh.
But my dad's another example. He's another person. He can't deadlift or anything anymore because he used to do that shit and he bulged a disc.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's not so uncommon for people to be getting injured doing this shit.
Yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean. It's a good point.
And I understand that there's risk in everything, but like I feel like you can lessen the risk.
Yeah. That's a fair point. I reckon it just comes down to the frequency in which you're doing it. If you're doing it every week, that's an issue. If you're doing them once a month, I don't see as big a problem with it as much. Because
so you guys are saying that
if you're going to failure and your top sets are 3 reps, it's just 2 under like what you could rep out as your 1 rep max. So it's not that far out the danger zone of a 1 rep max.
That's true.
So I feel like if you're doing it once a month or like longer, I feel like once a month is the minimum you should be doing it. That's fine.
So you guys are saying 1RMs are good as a measure of progress.
Yeah, if that's and
they're enjoyable.
Look, if you get motivation,
What do you mean?
if
They
you
are
get
enjoyable,
see, they're enjoyable. So if you
Alright,
get
okay.
motivation out of it too,
Yeah.
then that's
Maybe you should try one and then see how you enjoy it.
Okay, I can appreciate this. I can appreciate where you guys are coming from.
yeah.
We'll have to film it and put it on the bloody shorts channel.
Yeah.
The shorts.
You have
No, it's
shorts
just-
on the
it's
main
just-
channel.
It's just I was gonna say it's just the YouTube.
All right, yeah. Film it, put it on there.
I don't
Or
think
you
I
have, like,
want to,
TikTok or
but
something.
Okay, well,
I don't. I suppose it is a personal thing. Yeah, I don't value that
yeah.
as much as other people might. So I can understand that.
Okay. Well, so what are we weighing in on? What's is it a yes or a no for? Is it more detrimental?
I think 1RMs are completely unnecessary.
Okay.
Out of the bin. Keep them out of the bin.
I
Yeah.
think that in the
They
bin.
have their purpose.
They do. If you use
And
them
they serve
properly,
the
like
purpose.
it always depends.
If
like,
you use them properly, if you use 1RMs properly for what? What will you gain
just
apart from bragging rights?
Bragging rights.
just as a
Yeah, but that's it.
What's
measure.
so bad about bragging rights?
No, nothing. But I'm just saying, as like health wise, do you go to the gym for
Yeah, but-
bragging rights?
Well,
or do you go to the gym?
It comes down to whether people are educated enough to be able to make that decision for themselves.
Yeah.
If they're a gym newbie and they
That's what I
have
mean.
no idea that they can possibly injure themselves doing a 1 rep
Yeah,
max.
it's about knowing your body too. I feel like
Yeah.
if you know that you're okay. Like I know you don't know yourself that well that you could be like, I'll get injured if I do this today, or like you could, but yeah, I feel like knowledge is important with it, and it's just more the frequency. I'm saying I'd say it's detrimental because that's what the question is, rather than beneficial or just it's just more detrimental in general if you're doing it once a week opposed to if you do it once a month at the absolute like most. That's how often you do it.
Okay. Yeah.
So you're out of the
That's
bin too?
Yeah, I'll keep him out of the bin because look, we're all partial to a 1 rep max, so except for Grace apparently.
Yeah, I'm not about it. Sorry, guys.
But
I'm not about it.
no, that was actually a good question. That was good. Yeah. What?
You have something there.
What is it? Oh.
It's like a
It's
little bit
been-
of fluff.
it's been
yeah,
sitting
I kind
there
of been
this
looking
whole
at it
time.
like we should probably take a break soon so we get the fluff off Lewis.